Hi, I've actually wanted to do this for a few days. Excuse the background noise. It's really hot and people's air conditioners are running. Um, I wanted to do this for a few days and then I took Michelle's mass card out of the mailbox today and I said, well, this is the day. I'm just going to do it. I want to tell you about my mother's death, and not because I want to upset anybody, but because it was just so peaceful and so beautiful and so comforting that I wanted to share it. You know, I didn't go up to New York when I was told she was going to die because I was told she only had hours. And if I got on a plane and tried to book a flight and blah, 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 and there was no money, and it, I just told myself the best thing for me to do is stay home and pray. And then when she passes, I'll worry about getting there for the funeral. My mother was delusional at the end of her life, probably for the last 6 months, on and off. The last week she was alive, she was barely there. I mean, I tried to talk to her. I tried to FaceTime with her. I wasn't even sure if she knew it was me at that point. She was being spoon-fed the last few days she was alive, because she was having difficulty feeding herself. She deteriorated very quickly, and when she was in the hospital, and I got the phone call, I was told hours. She was almost gone. Hours, if that. I mean, she was literally at death's door. And then she wasn't. Now, mind you, I know my mother was delusional, but unless the doctors, the nurses, and everyone at her bedside was having the same shared delusion, this actually happened. She woke up all of a sudden. She just woke up. No one was expecting it. And she woke up in such a state that the doctors were shocked. They made a comment to my brother about she's not dying anymore. They said she's not dying anymore. And nobody could figure it out. Nobody could figure out what had happened and why she woke up and why she was speaking so coherently and why she seemed well. No one could figure it out. No one could explain it except my mother. My mother told everyone around her that she had seen a beautiful light and that a man came to her. And the man said, "You can call me Papa. You can call me Papa." And the man said that she had to go with him. It was time for her to leave with him. And then he asked her, "Would you like to go and say goodbye to your family?" And she said, "Yes, please." And that's when she woke up. And she sat up. And all her vital signs were fine. And she was speaking coherently. And the doctors were shocked. They said, I mean, imagine that happening. And after everybody who was on their way to see her got there, after they all arrived, and she had a chance to say goodbye to everybody, she just lay down and closed her eyes and left. She died. She told everyone in the room that she was ready to go. She was tired of fighting. It was time to leave with Papa. And it was just such a beautiful, peaceful death, and she was so ready for it. And I don't know for sure who Papa was, but I know he was there. because he's the one that allowed her to wake up to say goodbye to everybody. And I know who I think Papa was. And I just know that she's with me, because even at the cemetery, the funeral director gave me a basket of flowers to take home, and I explained to him that I had to get on the plane. So I laid the basket of flowers down in the cemetery by her casket. And I put the long stem white rose down on the casket the way everybody else did. There were about a dozen of us that went to the cemetery after the service, after the mass. And I was so upset about having to put that basket down, because I so wanted to bring those flowers home and dry them out and just keep them. They were so beautiful, and it reminded me so much of the beauty that had taken place. Her wake was amazing. I've never seen so many people, and so much laughter, and so much love, and so much smiling. And I was very upset that I couldn't take those flowers home with me. And I turned around, and I was walking back to the car. And on my seat only, mind you, there were 6 people in one car and 6 people in the other. And only on my seat, there was another long stem white rose that I got to take home with me, that I got to cut and press into my mother's Bible. And I know it was a gift. So, and I really wanted to make this video to thank everyone who's helped me. I know I've thanked you before, but I just needed to say it again. And to let you know that Papa came for my mother, and that she was at peace, and that there was, the end of her life was pure gift. The same way the first day of her life was pure gift when she came. When she left, it was gift. And I think that a lot of people need to hear that, because a lot of people are afraid of death. I just need people to understand that it doesn't have to be horrible, that it can be beautiful. And my mother's death was. So that's what I came here to say. And I hope that somebody that needs to hear that heard this. Bye-bye. I love you all.